It's Linnell and my journey into trucking. Thanks for joining me. So I gotta show you. Oh shoot, what did I do with that? Dagnabbit. I should have had this already. Hang on. All right, well, I'll have to wing it. So one of the great things about driving is that you get to, I mean, if you're lower 48, you're going all over the country. So you're gonna, hopefully you'll talk to people and meet new people, you know, ask people. My sister and I had this discussion the other day, why people don't ask questions. I don't understand that. But ask people, say, hey, what's a great place to eat around here? Or when you're driving on the highways, look for signs. So what I want to show you, I was coming back from Fontana, California, heading up to pick up a new load in Dinuba. And I've driven over, this is on Highway 58. And I've driven over that a bunch of times, but a lot of times I'm doing it at night, so I'm not going to see some things. But there was one time I went, there was some billboards, and I went to, it was a nut and fruit family farm, and it was good. I'm just not a big, like they had a lot of applets and cotlet things, and I'm not big into those. But this time I was coming the other way, coming west, and during the day, and there was a sign for family farms, and I've been seeing a ton all up and down in California on the highways. Orange citrus trees just loaded. They're more orange than green. So it's citrus season, which is kind of surprising when you think about this is after Christmas right now. This is December 29th. So I want to show you something. So I went to this one, hang on, I'm coming back, Murphy Family Farms, and you know, I get the cutie pies at the grocery store, and this one had been sitting a little bit, but trying to like dig into it to peel it. They're supposed to be really easy, but not so much. And the last few ones I've gotten have been really not super juicy. And a lot of you may not know this. It's one of the reasons I really love my Thrive food. See, I'm trying to peel, so I don't know if you can see this, but I'm trying to peel this, and it's just, it's like, it's dehydrated. And anyway, this one's just not going to have anything to do with it. So, I mean, it doesn't taste bad. But this one, so I started to peel this one, and I had to quit because I was trying to peel it while I was driving, and but it peels super easy. The other thing, the reason why I had to quit was there was so much juice. As soon as I busted into it, up in here, look how good that looks. And so juice was shooting out. Oh, see, I just dripped. And this really is an easy peel. And I had juice running down my arm, so I had to just set it down. It wasn't, I mean, some of the easy peels you can stick your thumb under. If it's a little smaller, this one's a little bit bigger. But I'm trying to do this. Oh, because I got the foam this way instead of this way. Anyway, so sometimes you can do it with just your thumb. But anyway, so this one was so juicy, so juicy. So back to what I was starting to say about fruit, produce, vegetables, all of that stuff. Everything, and they were saying this at the Murphy Family Farms, and everything's picked hard green. So, oh my gosh, look at that. And juice is just dripping. Oh, this is so good. So, okay. And it's just, you probably couldn't see that, but I got juice dripping all over me. It's so juicy and good. Alright. So back to what I wanted to tell you. Is, and I need a napkin. That's how juicy I need a napkin. Okay. So, produce is picked hard green because it transports easier. So, even I'm from Washington State. Even the apples, Washington grown apples, right? The apples you buy at the grocery store have been in cold storage for a year. So basically, last year's crop is what you're buying at the store this year. And that's why they just don't taste like, when I was a kid, you know, there were seasons. So a lot of you youngins aren't going to understand this, but when I'd go to the store, with my mom, fruit and veggies, they were in season. So you couldn't get tomatoes all year. Right now in the fall was pomegranate season, and so things were in season because that's when they ripened and they'd come to the stores. Well, but then people wanted to have, you know, strawberries all year long, year round. So the strawberries, when they're picked, they look like little lemons almost. They're yellow, maybe. And they put them in bins in storage. They deprive them of oxygen. And this is with everything. Tomatoes are picked, they're like a hard, they're picked hard green. They're like a baseball. And so they put them in storage, deprive them of oxygen so they don't rot. And then they, when they're getting ready to ship them out to the stores for you to buy them, they gas them to artificially, quote, ripen them. The problem is they missed out on all that goodness on the vine. So those vine ripe tomatoes, they didn't ripen on the vine. They left them on the vine, they cut the vine, and they harvested when they're hard green. So they were hard green on the vine. So don't let that stuff fool you. But anyway, this lady was talking about that, and I was like, oh yeah, I know all about that because of my Thrive Foods. And that's one of the great things about Thrive Food, the freeze-dried food, is ours is picked when it's ripe, and that's really important because there's a lot of enzymes that our body requires that produce produces the last day or two of ripening on the plant. And as part of it's a self-defense thing so that, you know, the bugs and things don't get them, but it's an enzyme that we need. So when they pick things hard green, then the fruit or veggie never gets the opportunity to produce that enzyme, so then you got to take a bunch of supplements. Okay, so enough about the lecture. If you want to know more about the Thrive Food, let me know, because I use that massively for my meals. I have them all made up. But but this place, because I had to show you how incredibly juicy that, and so I wish you could taste it. But they have, so stop, I guess what I'm trying to say, stop at, if you can, I mean, it said truck friendly, and it was, but stop and try stuff. So, I've used kumquats I have a really good recipe for salmon with kumquats and sake and butter and cilantro. And these are the regular kumquats. And then, these are like a lemon one. Boy, they look the same in there, don't they? Huh. Here's a little more of a, oh, wow. So, can you see this one's lemony or limey? And this one's the kumquat. So kumquats usually are really small, at least at the store. These are not. And literally you can cut these and you eat the skin and everything. They're really, really good. And then, so you could cut a bunch of them up and have them, pop them in your mouth. Then they also had these. So I know it kind of looks like a funny teardrop orange, but Oh my gosh, these are apparently from kind of the kumquat-y family. Don't quote me on that, but anyway, you just slice them, and these also, you eat the rind and everything. You just pop them in your mouth. Oh, these are so incredibly delicious. Oh, you know what? I have my knife that my son got me. Hang on a second here. Always handy. So, I don't know how well this will. It's really sharp, so hopefully I don't cut my leg off. Okay, and these are like super juicy, so I need another napkin. Also, pick up napkins wherever you go, so you have like a nice stash for your juicy fruit. Okay, so I got this. Okay, so there's a couple little seeds in there. Look at this. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see how juicy that is. And so then you just, I'm gonna cut this again and hopefully not cut my leg off. It's always something I strive to. And so the whole rind, see that? Oh my gosh. That is so, I wish you could taste it. It's amazing. So, what I'm trying to say, one of the great things about driving a truck is getting to go all these places. So, I also got avocados, some, a variety of, of the little kind of easy peel ones. That's good. So, sorry. Take advantage of wherever you're at. You know, stop and enjoy it. Life's short. My sweet husband, last night, the 28th of December, had to go to emergency, and his appendix ruptured. Now, fortunately, you know, we caught it. He's good. Had emergency surgery last night, but it was scary. The whole reason I'm driving is because our son had been diagnosed with a bone-eating disease 3 days before Christmas last year, and our copay was $10,000. So the biopsy they did in December, and sorry, there's somebody milling around. And then, so that was $10,000 copay, and then January they did the fibula resectioning, where they cut a 2-inch chunk out of his fibula. So that was another $10,000. And so, you know, we were trying to make ends meet. We were selling plasma twice a week, and then adding the huge doctor bills. I mean, it was a lot. So, you know, that's why I started driving. So, my point is, life is short. You don't know how short it's going to be for you, but, you know, have some fun. Get out, talk to people, say hi, be nice to people. And I know I still owe you the video about some of the people I've met after my drama thing with the other car wash kids. But, you know, it comes around to the whole, just, life's better when you take the time to be kind and meet people and try new things and ask questions. You can learn some cool new stuff and try new things and take advantage of where you're at. And you know, even if you're watching this, you're not a truck driver and you're at home, if you haven't explored your community where you live, put on your tourist hat and go check out things. You know, places, go to places you've never been and try things you haven't tried, and just enjoy life. So, and be nice. Be nice, be nice, be nice. Don't sweat the small stuff. Whatever you want to say. Don't let people rent space in your brain. I could probably come up with some other things. Oh, so another quick thing, because I don't want to go too long. Another really quick thing that's a tip, if you're driving a lot, is, so I have, let me get it up here. I'll go to my, here, Playster. So I highly, doggone it, drives me nuts. Okay, so you want to, I don't know if you can see that, there you go. Playster is fantastic. So I listen to massive books and mostly the Audible books. This is the best deal. So you get, it's 25, you know, 24, whatever, $24.95 a month. You get unlimited books. So, and there's comedy and mystery and self-improvement, and I tried doing Learn Spanish, but I'm not that motivated right now. So, that's a great deal. The best one, better than Audible and all of those other things. So I really, really recommend that. You can download, so what I did is I downloaded a bunch of the books I wanted the last time I was home, so I can play them. Now you can just stream them too, but that'll use up your data. So when I'm home or I'm in somewhere with free Wi-Fi, I download the books and then I can listen to them offline. So that's really awesome too. So, okay everybody, well, thanks for watching. I hope I encouraged you to try new things and explore where you live and all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to the new year and my husband being healthy, and you know, my son's doing good. So anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me on my journey into trucking, and yeah, thanks. Subscribe and like and share and all that good stuff. And, you know, feel free to ask questions. I'll try and answer them best I can. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.